But welcome to season 2. We probably should.
Oh yeah,
we didn't even say that. No. Mark,
This
do a
is
little cut
season
right
2.
now. You ready? Do a little cut right now. It's season 2.
Done. Sick.
I think I'm editing this one, but either way.
Oh, Ollie, sorry, season 2.
Nice.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Footy Fetish podcast with myself, Alfie Vincent, Mark Fox,
Yo,
and Ollie Greaves.
Hello.
No Harry today, just the three of us. Harry is, well, I think he's working, right? I believe so, anyway.
I believe so, yeah.
But yeah, no Harry. So just the three of us today. We're going to be doing our predictions for the 21-22 Premier League. Basically, just our table predictions. We're going to do like Player of the Year, Young Player of the Year, Top Goal Scorer, not young top goal scorer, you know, top assist, Golden Glove, all that, and a biggest flopper one as well, which should be quite funny. But yeah, I mean, how do we want to start this, boys? Do you want to go from 20 up, yeah, and then
as well.
Okay. Make sure to comment down if you guys agree that if we're right, if you think that we're wildly off on any of these. But we are just going to be
wrong.
And go from there.
If you think we're wrong, then it's obvious that you're wrong. So keep your opinions to yourself. I'm joking.
Yeah, no. Yeah, so obviously the new teams that have come up this for people that don't know, obviously Norwich, Brentford, and who was it? Norwich, Brentford, and Watford have come up this year. None of them have done too crazy transfers, really. Obviously Norwich have got Billy Gilmore in. Watford, I haven't really, to be honest, I'm not paying attention to what Watford are doing. And Brentford signed Ajer from Celtic, who's a good centre back. So it should be, I don't know, it should be quite interesting. They've still got that Ivan Toney lad as well, who was the top goal scorer in the Championship last season.
Oh, nice.
So,
He broke the Championship record, didn't he?
Broke the Championship record, yeah. So, I mean, typically, lads, I don't know about you two, but 1 to 2 of these teams usually go back down.
Yeah.
And I think that's where we're going to start today. I don't know about you, but I think my favourite to go bottom is one of these teams. I think it's going to be Norwich.
Yeah, I was about to say as well.
You're about to say Norwich? Yeah. I don't
bring up the table for this season.
Yeah.
Remember who actually plays in the Premier League. Oh, very bright.
They bought in Angus Gunn from Southampton, you know, the keeper. Not bad keeper, but I don't know if he's going to be like Premier League good quality. Do you know what I mean? If someone like what's his name, Sam Johnston and Aaron Ramsdale, who I believe are better keepers than Angus Gunn, can't keep, you know, their respective teams up, it might be quite difficult. Obviously, they got Billy Gilmore in as well, who's obviously, like I was saying, he's a very good player, but it should be quite interesting. What do you guys think of Billy? Do you guys think Billy Gilmore will kick on? Do you think he'll be good at Norwich?
We're definitely going to get a little more game time this year, which is good. I think that's what he needs. That's what a lot of these quite young players need. Just more game time, gain that experience, learn from other players that you haven't been playing with. Obviously, you can play amongst some of the greats at Chelsea or whichever club your parent club, and but playing amongst people you don't know, you might learn different things. And so yeah, hopefully he does crack on because he's a good player. Definitely one for the future.
Yeah, no, it'll be interesting to see what he does and how they play. Because if they're going to play, I think they play more possession-based football, which is obviously it's always a struggle for teams coming up the Championship to play possession-based football, because obviously quite a lot of the time they're counter-attacking in that. But
quite high tempo.
you know, they lost. Yeah, exactly. They lost Emi Buendia, basically probably their best player, to Villa. And they still have Pukki though, so they still have Timu Pukki. You never know what could happen with Timu Pukki. But to be honest,
it's going to be Jacob's first pick in the draft.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But I think, to be honest, altogether with that, I don't know, man. I can't see Norwich doing really anything this season.
Yeah,
I mean,
they've lost a couple of good players. They might be losing some more.
Might lose
Cantwell,
yeah.
Max Aarons. They obviously sold what's his name, Buendia.
Yeah, Emi Buendia's gone.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So who knows? Hopefully they can keep some sort of, or some of their players, and not just let everyone go. Obviously, it's good to get in some of these money for some of these players, but if you're not going to be replacing them, then kind of seems a bit pointless. We're getting rid of him.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And I don't know, they don't strike me the team that's got the kind of money to go out and really, buy a player that could replace Buendia's quality. Do you know what I mean? That
Definitely not. And they've not really been doing too much this summer that
not massively, no.
that is very inspiring, to be honest. So yeah,
Are we so
happy to put them last?
yeah,
20th.
we good to put Norwich at the bottom?
Yeah.
All right. So if I'm just gonna throw it out to you guys, who do you think will make up, like, just off the top of your heads, and then we can discuss from here. Who do you think will make up the rest of these 2 spots in this relegation? Mark, we'll start with you, mate. Who do you think is gonna fill up the rest of these?
I think Southampton's going down.
Yeah. Well, Southampton's in mine. Yeah. I mean, they just lost Danny Ings. Yeah, they lost Danny Ings. They lost Bertrand, didn't they? He's gone to Leicester. They're probably going to lose James Ward-Prowse. I've heard that they've inquired with Chelsea about Tammy Abraham, which is quite interesting. They're in the race for Adam Armstrong with us as well from Blackburn, the Blackburn striker. So it'd be quite interesting to see what happens with that. But yeah, I mean, Ollie, what do you reckon, mate? Southampton? Have you got them in yours, or?
Well, I haven't done like a provisional list or anything, but I definitely agree with all the comments made so far. They're not looking great. They started last season unbelievably well, and then they just dramatically went downhill. And I don't really see much of what they've done so far in the summer that's gonna improve what happened at the back end of the season. And who knows, it might be another 9-0 or 8-0, whatever it was, 3 seasons in a row. That'll be a good laugh.
That's true. I mean, well, they bought in Theo Walcott from Everton.
Exactly an inspiring transfer.
And then Roman Perud from Brest, Daniel Simeo from Chelsea, and Timo Livramento from Chelsea, who is actually quite a good, highly touted young prospect, basically coming through. But yeah, to lose Danny Ings, and they obviously haven't looked like that's the big one, isn't it? Really, because who have they got now? Shea Adams, not bad, but we saw he didn't really do much last season.
Cutaway striker.
He did nothing at the Euros for Scotland. So I don't know. I don't know if you can be. Is he going to get you over 10 goals a season, Shea Adams?
Depends.
I don't know,
but I doubt it.
And is James Ward-Prowse really going to want to still be there if he's the only one that's of like much worth? If you know what I mean.
Value.
Yeah.
Probably not.
Maybe if they pay him an arm and a leg, but I don't think Southampton are that sort of club, really.
I don't know. It's going to be interesting. If they get Tammy Abraham, then I fully think that they could definitely stay up. If they can keep James Ward-Prowse and bring in someone like Tammy Abraham, I think that they can definitely keep doing it. But right now, I don't think they'll get Tammy Abraham.
No.
I've seen Atalanta in for him.
We're linked with him. Atalanta are linked with him. There's
That'd be a great move.
a few other clubs that I think would be his sort of preference than Southampton, really.
Yeah.
We have had a question come in. I believe it's your dad. Is Rashika any good?
Rashika?
Rashika, Norwich guy. I think he's new for Norwich.
I don't know much about him, to be honest.
I did do a little bit of a Google, I have to say.
Go on then.
So let me just go on all seasons so we can see what's going on with that. So he's Bundesliga 2021, 24 games, 3 goals, 5 assists. It's not terrible. At least he's shooting, I guess.
Who's he playing for?
It just says Bundesliga.
Was it Werder Bremen? It goes go down slightly, and it said Werder Bremen somewhere.
Oh yeah, you can see my screen.
He has played with Werder Bremen, but it doesn't say if it was last season.
Yeah,
I can't say I know much of anything about him, really.
It'd be interesting to see what he'll bring to Norwich, I guess.
Yeah.
Right winger, striker.
It was a fee of just under 10 mil,
8 mil, maybe. But yeah, I think one of those things. Just one of those random players that.
So he's got 21 goals, 17 assists in 87 games in the Bundesliga. Yes, okay. I mean, I haven't heard much about him. I'm sure he's okay. We'll see what obviously the Bundesliga. We know what the Bundesliga's like. It's quite a soft league when it comes to defending and stuff like that.
His
as
time
you
at
see, Timo Pukki
Yeah.
puts in like nearly 30 goals a season in the Bundesliga. Do you know what I mean?
fair enough.
But I don't know. We'll see. I just don't really have any hope for Norwich, to be honest. I don't see how they can beat out, like a Villa or an Everton, let alone, one of the big teams. That you need to beat big teams. You need to get like a result like that if you want to stay up. Do you know what I mean? You need to get a draw or something like that. I just don't see them having it in them, man. I don't particularly rate the manager, Falk, isn't it? Daniel Falk, whatever his name is.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah. I don't particularly rate him either, but I don't know. We'll go. So we got Norwich and Southampton making up our bottom two at the moment, right?
Yeah.
I think so.
Who else, guys? Who else? Who
I'm
instantly
thinking
comes to your
Brighton
mind?
are going to have a shocker this season.
Yeah.
Really?
I hope they do as well. But I don't know. I've just got a feeling that they're not
Yeah.
going to. Well, obviously, they didn't do awful last year, but they certainly didn't do very well. Yeah, I've just got a feeling they're not going to do great things. Obviously, they've just lost Ben White to Arsenal as well. He probably quite a big, well, not an influence, but a key player for them. I've just got a feeling they're not going to be very good this season. I think they're going to be, if they're not 18th, I reckon they're going to be they're going to be fighting relegation.
I
most of the
reckon
season.
they'll be fighting with Watford.
I've got Newcastle.
Newcastle.
Newcastle are
God.
terrible. They've got Steve Bruce as their manager. Literally
Forgot about
the
Newcastle.
worst Premier League manager of all time. Statistically, the worst
Yeah.
Premier League manager of all time. They've made no moves so far.
Apparently there's been a £25 million deal for Willock agreed. I
go.
haven't heard nothing official or anything like that, but that's
If-
what's
To be fair, if Willock goes, then I could see them potentially staying up.
yeah.
He's basically what kept them up last year. Just having a look at anyone they've lost, anyone of note.
Dwight Gale still
Not
plays
really.
for Newcastle.
Yeah, comes off the bench for them.
But just whilst you're looking at that, then Simon did ask what we have left for missing for affiliate, which is just streaming more, which is nice because we got our follower goal.
Get those hours in, basically.
We just
hit the
got to get our
follower goal.
hours in, so
Yeah.
that's going to be nice. We got a little something prepared Saturday. It's going to be probably one of our most entertaining streams, I personally think.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
that should be
definitely.
fun. So join us Saturday.
Hang around to the end to find out what that stream is going to be.
Oh yeah, we're definitely gonna reveal it.
A secret or a mystery.
Oh, naughty, naughty, you're teasing me.
You're teasing me.
Jesus. All right, yeah. Just check out the stream on Saturday, guys. It's going to be a good one.
Yeah, starting at about 11.
Yeah,
AM.
exactly. Yeah, what was I going to say? So yeah, back to the football. Ollie's gone for Brighton. Mark's nominated Watford. Was that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I've nominated Newcastle. So we got to
Okay.
whittle it down for these three.
Yeah.
As much as I love the Brighton shout, I'll entertain that every day. I fucking love it. They still have got Lewis Dunk and Webster, I believe it is, as that back line, who are, arguably as good, if not better, than Ben White was for them last season. So I think they'll be okay. I mean, they still have no striker. They still have no one that can put goals in. I don't think they'll do amazingly well. I just don't think they'll get. I mean, I love it. I'll back it if that's where we're going to go. But I just don't think they'll get relegated. I think Newcastle are really bad.
Yeah.
And to think if Callum Wilson goes down for Newcastle, they're done. They got no one.
Definitely.
But Watford I quite like as well because they haven't done too much either.
No, I don't really like their kit from this season either. Like,
Yeah,
they're
they're
kind of weird, stripy, horizontal stripes. It's not very nice. But
It's better than that. What is this? Watford, sorry.
Signed Danny Rose from Tottenham. Watford. That's
Watford's last season was horrible. Like all the lines going towards the badge.
no, talk about the new home shirt for this
the
season.
new one's not great either.
It's it's better.
Mm.
Kieran coming straight in. Palace are getting relegated.
I don't think so, man.
I don't think so. I think they're gonna have a nice young spunky team. I think they'll be alright.
We'll come to Palace at some point, but yeah, I think we'll struggle early, but I think we'll pick it up. And
The first off season that Alf's not condemned Palace to be relegated. There's
Yeah.
some sort of.
I think don't get me wrong. I think it would definitely be in the fight for it.
They're just.
Like-
I think they'll just be worse teams.
But there will be. There definitely will be. We've been making some good signings. I think at the start. Oh, we somehow got onto Palace now. Sorry, guys, but I'll just finish this riff. yeah, we signed some young guys that look really promising, players that look quality, and I think they'll take a couple of weeks to embed into the team, or maybe like a month or so to embed into the team. We've got fucking hard fixtures as well. I think we played 3 of the top 6 in the first 5 weeks.
Yeah, literally, Kieran just said Palace have a really bad start to the season.
Yeah. But I mean, that's only 5 games. There's still a fucking lot after that to go that we can pick up points. And
those 5 games are hard. And then your 6th game is Brighton, isn't it?
Yeah, and then I don't know. I just think I think it's easy to say Palace are going to get relegated right now. I don't think that we.
Yeah, new manager. I think you become an easy target for that sort of speculation.
It's an easy one where you actually look deeper than it is. We have retained a lot of the core that played a lot last season in the team throughout, like the skeleton of the team. We still have Zaha, which is a massive factor.
Yeah. Eze looks like he's healing quite quickly, so you might even have him
Eze's
back.
healing quickly. We've still got Olasey to come through. We're favourites to sign Adam Armstrong from Blackburn, who's been a fantastic striker for a few years now. We're still in from a couple players. Reece Nelson, we're looking at getting. So yeah, I'm not worried, man. I think
there's definitely other teams out there that have a worse chance, will have a better chance of being relegated than you guys. I think this season.
That Foxy.
What's happened?
We haven't even spoken about Burnley.
Yeah,
they've done nothing.
Yeah. Well, Kieran said, I reckon it will be the same as last year, finish mid-table, which is, I'd expect that too.
I thought we'd get relegated, Kieran.
He said he's joking. Palace have a terrible start to the season. So yeah, I think a mid-table is not bad.
Yeah. I think we'll finish. Yeah, I think we'll see where I think we'll finish. But I think I'm with you, Kieran, mate. I'm with you.
In terms of our table, though, I'm happy to concede Brighton not being relegated just yet. Maybe for another season. But...
Yeah. Just quickly before we move on, sorry, I wanted to just say I saw Shaqiri's out. Shaqiri's being offered for 12.5 million at the moment. I definitely think Palace should go and have a look at that.
Yeah, he's in form at least.
Right wing as well. I think Palace should go and have a look at that.
There's a few Premier League teams that should be looking at him. It's just dependent on whether he'd rather go abroad than go to someone like a lower like a bottom table team.
Yeah, I think a lower table team would put him to use. He's not a terrible player. There's just better players ahead of him. And
Origi, Kieran. Yeah, I think he'll be off.
We haven't spoken. We're going from top to bottom, by the way, guys. If you've just joined us, so we've bet bottom to top. Yeah, we're going bottom to top, so we haven't gotten quite yet. We're still at the bottom half.
I think we've got our bottom 2 so far. We've gone Norwich and Southampton. And then, this is not in particular order, but this is just our 3 relegated, I think, basically, that we're going to go with. And the ones that we've got offered up for, I think Ollie's just retracted Brighton. So we've got the other 2 that we've gone for, Newcastle and Watford. We're sort of deciding between right now.
I think if it's going to be between them 2, I think it depends on whether Newcastle signed Joe Willock or not.
Yeah.
I think someone sort of maybe a bit more secure in the centre. Obviously, yes, he's still young. He's got a lot to prove and a lot to learn still. But obviously, like I've said a minute ago, the second half of last season when he was on loan there, he changed that team and kept him up. So I think if he's there for the full season, if he actually gets a proper transfer instead of being loaned, I think that could be the difference in them staying up or not.
Yeah, definitely. I just think, right now they don't have him, do they? I guess.
No. Yeah, if we base it on right now, it doesn't make the decision any easier, to be honest.
Watford still have players like Ismaili Sarr and
I don't mind conceding to Newcastle, to be honest.
Yeah.
Newcastle
getting relegated. I love that. All right.
17th, we don't need to change. Tottenham Hotspur staying there.
I mean, I'm happy to put Watford here if we think that they're going to be hovering around that bottom 3.
It's got to be, I think.
Yeah.
If we're talking about them potentially being 18th, then to not put them 17th would not make sense at all. But yeah.
Okay, we'll go with
17th.
16th. This one, I guess I think we're considering the Burnley's, Brighton's, Brentford's, Palace. I think these are the 4. These are the teams that you could see hovering around this spot.
Maybe Burnley.
I'm thinking Burnley. I know that Sean Dyche, obviously they've got a hard-working team, but that team's just getting older every year, and they don't add a lot to it.
He wasn't given any money they didn't make a single transfer last summer. He wasn't given any money to spend. He got given a little bit to spend in January. I'm not sure how much, if anything, he's got to spend this summer. But I think for the last couple of years, they've just, because they were like, Burnley were the team that were sort of like what Villa are now. Basically, they were looking pretty good at one point. They were solid, like 7th, 8th seed team, really. But now they're just dropping down the league every season.
They just haven't. They're sort of where we were going, where we hadn't really refreshed it. I mean, even more so, they really haven't put any more. You know, at least we've signed players like, you know, Eze, and now obviously, you know, we've moved it on quite dramatically. But they're moving to that spot where they're just getting an old team, man. And I'm looking, they lost Robbie Brady, who was quite an impact player for them. They signed Wayne Hennessy for goalkeeper. I don't know how much he'll help them. But yeah,
to see.
Yeah, I mean, Nathan Collins from Stoke, Mark Helm from Man United. Yeah, man, it's not looking great. I mean, Burnley could even. I'm banking on the fact that Sean Dyche is so seasoned in the Premier League now, and that team can be so like rigid and disciplined that can keep them up, as opposed to teams like Norwich and Watford who will try go forward, and you know, Newcastle were just bad. So yeah, but I think this is Burnley's time. 16th, I think we can pop Burnley in 16th.
We're obviously creeping into the part of the table where it just could go either way, and this is where people go.
It'll only be like a couple points or something in between.
Yeah. Right, who are we thinking?
So 15.
On mine, I've got Brighton.
I was about to say Brighton. That's easy.
Brighton is.
Brighton. I think that they haven't gotten better really. They've gotten, if anything, worse. Obviously, you losing Ben White to you guys. They lost Jose Izquierdo. I forgot how to say his name, but they lost Bernardo to Salzburg. They've lost a few players. They lost, and then obviously Ben White. I mean, yeah. And if they don't sign a striker, they're actually going to be screwed, because Mopé is just not the one. That Trossard guy is good though. They've got a couple good players, I must say.
Don't think it's enough.
And their defense is still decent. Defense will still be decent, even though Ben White's gone. They still have, like we were saying, Webster and Dunk. Obviously, won't be as great. But yeah, I mean, I just don't see them pushing on any further than they did last year. Maybe they'll just be at the same sort of level. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
Right.
So they 15th then, Brighton.
15th, yeah.
15th, yeah.
So 14th.
I reckon it's got to be between Palace,
Brentford and Wolves.
Yeah. I'm kind of surprised that we haven't put Brentford on here.
I think Brentford next, man. I think we could finish above Brentford this season. Fully think we can.
I think it's probably, for me, Wolves haven't been doing very well, but they've got
Last season,
Jimenez
Wolves
back
came
now.
13th.
Yeah, they lost Jimenez, who was a very key figure for them.
Yeah,
with
I think
goal
they'll
scorer
have a
midfield.
streak.
They lost Jota.
They've lost Rui Patricio,
Oh yeah.
their keeper.
I
They've
wouldn't
They've
put
got
past
a new manager. They've got. I mean, they at the moment they haven't signed anyone. Francisco Trincao from Barcelona is not a bad signing at all.
They've lost a lot in the last sort of just over 12 months in
Yeah.
terms of obviously Jimenez with the injury, obviously Jota leaving. Matinho still there? Jean Matinho?
Coutinho's still there, yeah.
Nuno's obviously gone to Tottenham.
Yeah. There's a lot of transfer talk at the moment that Spurs are going to push for Traore, and if they get that through, then that's a big loss to them as well.
I think it's probably between
Wolves and Brentford.
Wolves and Brentford, yeah.
I put it on Wolves because Brentford's going to have somewhat momentum being back in the Premier League.
Yeah, I think Brentford might do Brentford might do what a couple of teams have done recently, like with Sheffield United when they came up. They had a really good first season, and obviously suffered in the second season. But I think Brentford might be a bit of a surprise for people.
Yeah,
this
I
year.
reckon they could be a bit of a surprise and shake.
Wolves
catch
then.
God. So I think we'll put Wolves at 14th then, will we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I'm happy to
And
put
then-
Brentford straight there.
I'm loving this.
13th.
I'm loving this. Does this mean we're going to put Palace 12?
Palace 12.
We've got Palace 12.
Oh, I
It's
don't
gonna
know.
happen. I had them 13th on mine, but
I mean, I'm not annoyed at Palace 12th, to be honest. That's kind of like near
like
enough
we
in the
said,
middle.
we can have a rough start, but once these players gel, and we've still got Zaha, that's a huge factor. Eze will come back. These players will be molded. We'll hit a nicer run of fixtures coming up where we can pick up points.
Yeah, the season might
it's
not
actually-
start very well, but I reckon you'll kick into gear after your first sort of maybe 5 or 6 games.
I think we've still got more signings to come as well. I don't think this is the end of signings for Palace either.
Yeah.
So,
Well, like we said earlier, you're in advanced talks with Armstrong as well, another striker.
I know we want another right back as well.
You'll have 3 strikers to play with then, mate.
Yeah,
Benteke
and
Tete,
Benteke will probably still start.
Yeah.
Well,
he's just signed a new contract.
he actually did play pretty well last season, so it's not the. So I'll take it. Palace 12.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. That's good.
I love it. I love it. So it's the first of our teams in here. I love it. So 11th, Arsenal.
I was gonna say Arsenal.
No.
No.
I think maybe Leeds.
Oh,
I wanted to put Leeds.
man.
Everton.
I think it's Villa or Everton.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Villa.
I think Villa will have a fairly decent season still.
Yeah, but they're going to lose Grealish.
Yeah, if they lose Grealish.
But didn't they're bringing in a.
They're already crumbling, and he's not even gone yet.
Yeah.
They've got obviously Danny Ings. They bought in Buendia. They have got a good team. They bought in Leon Bailey as well. Actually, to be fair, Everton it might be Everton.
That's why I shouted out Everton.
They've lost Theo Walcott. They've lost Josh King. They've lost Balassi. They lost Mohamed Besic. They've lost Bernard. Fucking hell, they lost Bernard. Bloody hell, I didn't know he went. And they've only signed Townsend, Begovic, and Damari Gray.
And they did it all in the space of his first week.
Yeah, I think they only spent money on Damari Gray, and he cost 1.5 million.
The other 2 came free.
Yeah, I think it's Everton.
Oh, and they could lose like James Rodriguez or something. I don't know.
Well, there's a lot of talk about James Rodriguez. He came out. He was doing a Twitch stream or something the other day, and he mentioned the fact that there's uncertainty around his future, and you never know what's going to happen. And he didn't want to basically stop any rumours that he wasn't going to be going anywhere. And I think obviously the whole reason he was there was because of Ancelotti. And Ancelotti quickly saw what a mess that was, and obviously left. Yeah, and I think Rodriguez is probably wishing that he could jump ship as well.
Yeah, I think Everton are going to come 11th. And I'm actually I think that I don't want to get gassed too much, but if Everton really slip up, I think Palace could finish above them. But we're not going to go there right now. I'm not going to get too gassed. But I think Everton's a good shout for this 11th spot, because I think they're going to fall back into the mediocrity that we know that they've been in for, ever, basically. Yeah. Everton 11th. Are you happy with that?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I know Mark's happy with that. Outside the top 10. Attempts. Do we go Villa here? We were just.
This is where it gets a bit.
I think Villa might do better than Leeds this season.
Leeds have just signed Jack Harrison back on permanent from Man City, who's a big player for them. They signed that Junior Firpo wing back from Barcelona, who's a bloody good player.
I just think they might have a bit of a
second season.
Wait, were we on? We on 9th?
Yeah.
We also have to take
10th.
This is 10th.
Yeah.
This is 10th. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think also that someone that we can mention here is West Ham.
Oh.
Don't think they're going to do what they did last year.
No, I don't think so.
They've not signed Jesse Lingard on a permanent, have they?
No, he's staying at Man United. They've lost Balbuena, the defender. They've lost Felipe Anderson as well. They've signed Thierry Neves from Reading. They've signed Pierre Ekwa Elimbi from Chelsea. They've signed Armstrong Oko Flex from Celtic, and they've signed Alfonso Areola from PSG. I still think they'll be a good team.
Sorry, do you see the video of Areola saving a shot in training, and then you hear Rice in the background going, "Areola on a roll with a geezer."
Yeah. Leeds, you got me with Leeds a little bit, but I do think, I could go Leeds.
between
Okay,
West Ham and Leeds.
Yeah, that one
Yeah.
will be, I think, will be they'll chop and change quite a bit. Them two teams.
Yeah, I
I
could
just
go
say
Leeds.
Leeds and West Ham in either order, as in for 10th and 9th.
I'd rather go West Ham 10th and then Leeds 9th, just
Fine,
because it's
yeah.
a London team. But
Yeah,
yeah, okay,
why not?
cool. Okay, so West Ham 10th, Leeds 9th, and then I think this should be either Arsenal or Villa.
Nah,
Next one.
Tottenham.
No, because I think they're going to keep Harry Kane,
Yeah, if they keep Harry Kane, then they'll be fine.
and I don't think he won't not play in the actual season.
I'm-
That
I'm-
won't happen.
It's not really the players that I'm concerned about. I just don't think Nuno's going to do very well at Tottenham.
Mm.
I think
Yeah.
with all this stuff that's obviously gone on with Harry Kane as well, it's definitely going to be a bit of atmosphere in the changing room. Not
Yeah.
just towards Nuno, but obviously some of the players like, well, you don't want to be here. Like some people might get a bit sort of hostile with Harry Kane. Obviously, I know Harry Kane's still an unbelievable striker, and he is a professional as much as people probably think he isn't because he's not turned up to training. But if there was a gentleman's agreement, as there's been rumours of, that he was allowed to leave this summer, then they've gone back on that, and so why should he commit to going to training when they're not holding up their end of the bargain? So
The thing is, though, with me is like even a disgruntled Harry Kane is better than what Arsenal and Lee and
you're telling
Villa
me
have.
Harry Kane is better than Eddie Nketiah?
Well,
Because
I think
that's a mad
Harry
statement,
Kane.
isn't it?
They've still got Harry Kane and Son as that front three. They've signed Brian Gill from Sevilla, I think it was, who's highly touted in Spain as one of the best young prospects in Europe. They're about to sign Christian Romero, aren't they, from Atalanta, that centre back who's fucking good. They could sign Traore from Wolves. I mean, and they still have Harry Kane and Son. And I know Nuno's like, obviously, we'll see what happens with Nuno. But if you're trying, I just think personally weighing it up right now, I can't see Spurs finishing that. I still think they're top 7, top 6.
Yeah, I don't see Villa finishing above Spurs.
No.
As much as I would love that to happen,
But if things don't go right for Arsenal, sorry Ollie, but if things don't go right for Arsenal and Arteta, and you know,
Things
you
haven't
make,
been going right for Arsenal for a while now.
but
mate,
maybe
but-
if you don't bring, fair play. Maybe if you don't bring in like a Maddison, or you don't really bring in much else now, like hypothetically say, and I could see Villa finishing above Arsenal. But then obviously things could
No.
go well, and you know, Arsenal could end up.
I'm trying
I
to be
mean, I
optimistic
have-
with Arsenal at the moment.
I have Arsenal. I'll be honest. I have Arsenal 7th in my table, which I think would be a good finish for Arsenal this season.
yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah.
that's a bit more generous than I thought.
That's
Yeah,
where
well,
I've-
that's roughly where I was thinking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think
6 or 7,
Kieran
probably more than
said
that.
better than I think he's referring to Tottenham as this one, but better than Arsenal, but not as good as others. And then
Yeah.
he agreed with you placing Arsenal. I'd imagine.
Yeah, so I could go Villa here then at
Yeah.
8th,
Yeah,
and then go Arsenal 7th if we want. Or Ollie, would you make a case for it? Make a case to go higher if you want them to be higher.
I'm alright with
Or
7.
think they could,
Well,
or
I'd like
think
to
that
say,
they will
I
finish
I
higher.
was happy with 6th or 7th for Arsenal, to be fair.
It is basically just between you
think-
and Spurs right now, isn't it? for these
Yeah,
two?
that's what I mean. If it's just going to be between us two for 6th and 7th, then it could be either way, to be honest. I think there's a lot of variables that are coming into it. Obviously, Tottenham have got obviously disgruntled players and new manager. They've had a bit of a shocker trying to sign some people. They haven't really done too much business yet, so they've got a few players in the pipeline now. We've done business so far this summer. We're looking to do more business. Hopefully, if we bring in that creative midfielder, someone like Maddison or whatever, then hopefully we can crack on from there. But again, obviously, Arteta's not had the greatest spell at Arsenal so far. I can see it going either way, really. Just my own personal bias: Arsenal 6th, Tottenham 7th.
Fair enough.
To be fair, we were did we finish 1 or 2 points behind them last season?
I can
Yeah,
check.
definitely.
And we had a shocking season last year.
Arsenal finished literally.
But they
1
also
point.
had Ryan Mason as their manager for quite some time during the back end of the season.
You are 1 point away. They're on
exactly.
62.
We
You
one
finish on
point behind them.
61.
We had a strong end to the season, but
How much stronger have you really gotten right now? It's quite unknown, right?
What do you mean? What in terms of
Your transfer
building
people
our
that you
players
brought in and stuff like that? Like, how much better have
Yeah.
you got, really?
I
Like,
don't know. It is a bit of an unknown because it's all we've seen so far is pre-season, and obviously pre-season
yeah,
doesn't
but
really mean a whole lot.
Really mean anything,
Yeah, exactly.
It's just, I think, yeah, because like obviously if the
we
one
brought in Ben White, so that's obviously good replacement for David Luiz, who's gone. Obviously we're keeping Xhaka because Partey's injured. We took a knock in pre-season. Obviously we brought in that Tavares to provide competition for Tierney. What's his name? Nkolo, whatever his name is. Lokonga.
the Congo, yeah,
Yeah, he played a really nice pass to Pepe for a goal against in pre-season the other day. So he could be quite good. Obviously, he is more of one for the future than to be playing right now. But hopefully, Saka's obviously going to be doing bits this season. Emil Smith-Rowe, if he can obviously progress more, just been given the number 10 shirt and signed a new deal. So hopefully, he's more of a he's got that big confidence boost. So I don't know. It could go either way, really. This could all mean absolutely fuck all, and we could do even worse than last year.
Kieran came in with a few comments just whilst you were saying that, Ollie. He said, I think there's going to be a surprise package this season in the top 6, 7, maybe Villa or West Ham. Are Arsenal in Europe? ?
No, we're not.
Because if not, they should have a good chance for top 4 without any other competition.
No, we're not in Europe. First season, we've not had European football since I've been alive.
if they do more business,
Tottenham,
if they do more business, then I think that they could definitely push for that 6th spot. But right now, I just think the fact that Spurs are looking like they're keeping Harry Kane, they've got Son, they've got players coming through the door
Hodgepodge.
that are.
Is Hodgepodge still there?
Yeah, Højbjerg's still there. Yeah. Yeah, you know, if they get Romano looks done, Christian Romano, he's a fantastic centre back who we know more about than we do Ben White currently. As playing for Atalanta, who have been fantastic over the last few years in the Serie A and the Champions League. So I just right now, where we're standing right now, the fact that Kane doesn't really look like he's going anywhere and all that kind of stuff, and this new Brian Gill guy looks fantastic. I'd go Arsenal 7, Spurs 6. I do think Spurs have got a little bit more going for them right now. Right, with Harry Kane, they still have Harry Kane. That's the big
So
thing.
if they lose Harry Kane, you look, it's just going to go the other way around.
Oh yeah, if they lose Harry Kane, then Arsenal finishing above Spurs, 100%. But they still have Harry Kane, who is the best, in my eyes, the best striker in the world. And yeah.
Right. So yeah, all right. I agree with you. But I think obviously, if Arsenal get that creative midfielder and potentially a striker that we're looking for, and obviously if Kane does go, then
definitely,
yeah, swap him.
Definitely, I definitely think that they could finish above them if more stuff develops.
Yeah.
But right now, I just do think
we've had a more positive transfer window than they have. But obviously, their core of their team.
I wouldn't necessarily agree with that, only because I've seen a lot of things from Brighton fans saying that Arsenal spent 50 million on not even their best Brighton defender. And I know Ben White is obviously younger than those guys are, and he's got way more prospect and stuff like that. But then, you know, Spurs have got this Atalanta defender in who is better than Ben White is right now. They have Gill, who's come in, who is better than a Lokonga.
How much they pay for him?
I'm not sure. Let's have a look. Let me get that up for you. But
we should probably try and rattle through this because we've got like 20 minutes left.
Yeah, that's all right. But yeah, so
we're only 6 and 7. We got time.
Yeah, man, we got time.
Well, we got.
But,
okay.
Yeah, Christian Romero. So it looks like he's going to sign for 50 million euros.
Gill. Sorry.
Oh, Oh, Gill. I'm not sure. I think it was like 35 million and Lamella.
Oh yeah, that was it. Yeah. Yeah, Lamella wasn't.
So Christian Romero's
coming. They might do quite well this season now they've got rid of Lamella. Yeah,
exactly. But yeah, I just think right now, I think if you guys would agree, I think it's going to be Arsenal 7, Spurs 6.
Yep.
I think.
I'm outnumbered, so I don't have any choice but to agree.
It could change. It could definitely change. Definitely change.
We'll put a pin in this too.
Yeah, 100%. So 5th, our Europa League spot, boys.
Yeah, I think
it's
Leicester.
A tough one, but I think.
Leicester or Liverpool.
Nah, not Liverpool.
Yeah, mine is Leicester or Liverpool here.
No, it's Leicester. It's going Leicester.
I think it will be
No,
Leicester,
this could be the demise of Liverpool, mate.
Nah, it's not.
but they have signed.
That's nice. Don't care.
They've not done bad. They've signed Patson
was it that
Daka
made
from
you-
Salzburg,
that
who's
made-
fantastic. They've
Who
signed
was it made
Birch.
Van Dijk look like a 12-year-old the other day? Made him fall over in pre-season.
Same with Diaz. It's fine.
You guys look like no, you guys lost 4-2 or 3-2 or something.
Pre-season, mate. Doesn't mean anything.
No, I know.
Be
But he did look like a 12-year-old when he fell over. But
I'd rather him look like a 12-year-old than going for a silly challenge.
either way, conceded a goal.
But
Premier League doesn't matter.
but yeah, I think Liverpool still got it on Leicester this year. I think
Easy.
next year might be a bit
I
different.
wouldn't say easy.
Yeah,
but,
easy.
I wouldn't
It's
say
definitely
easy,
not
but I
easy,
think
definitely not easy.
Leicester, mate. Yeah, they're probably going to. If Leicester lose Madison to Arsenal, then yeah, definitely they'll finish fifth.
Ooh, top 4.
But we'll go Leicester right now. We'll go Leicester.
Yeah,
right
we're
now.
of course Leicester. It makes sense.
Okay, we'll go Leicester
So,
fifth. They'll be
fourth,
well. They've got
Liverpool.
Europa League as well, haven't they?
Yeah.
Anyway, so they're gonna have fixtures, a lot of fixtures anyway. So yeah, I see Leicester even maybe dropping below an Arsenal or a Spurs if they have such a good run of not having that European football. You never know what could happen, right? But right now we'll go fourth. I'm Liverpool. Sorry, Mark.
Yeah.
Liverpool P3, Liverpool P2, which pole position 2. I think Kieran's saying in the chat.
No way, man. Nah.
You're finishing
Sorry.
fourth.
No,
Nah,
no,
nah.
You're finishing fourth. You're
Nah.
finishing fourth.
Nah,
You're finishing fourth.
nah. We won the league with the same team that's about to come out and play. So why
We're
are
just in fourth with the same team that
Well,
Well,
minus Van
No,
Dijk.
no,
Minus
minus Van
Van
Dijk,
Dijk.
minus Gomez, minus Henderson, minus
looks like-
Fabinho in the wrong
Oh, you
fucking
might-
position.
you might still be minus Henderson.
Playing Nat
because,
Williams,
no.
playing Reece Williams.
Well, you're losing players, man. You're going to be probably getting rid of Origi, probably getting rid of Shaqiri. Where's your replacements? There's nothing coming through. Your replacements are like, you got
All
still
you're
got
doing
James
is just
Milner, who's
extending
like nearly
contracts at the
40 years
moment.
old. That's going to be.
It's
But you've
fine.
lost Gini Wijnaldum. You haven't replaced him.
Gini
got,
Wijnaldum wouldn't start. We got
Oh
a
my
fit
God.
Thiago.
In
Yeah,
last
yeah,
week.
yeah. He was
Oh
integral
my
last
God.
season because Henderson was
Not last
basically
season,
out.
The season before,
Yeah,
when you guys won the league, he was one of the most.
We
we
integral
didn't
players.
have Thiago at that point. So
Yeah, I know.
Thiago starting,
He did last
Fabinho
season with
starting,
Thiago.
Henderson starting.
But I'm just saying, look at the teams ahead of you, man. Now United
Still,
might have the best.
we
defence
thought
in the
Chelsea
league
were going to
now.
run away with it with the
Oh,
team
mate.
they bought.
Yeah.
Well, they're only currently getting better as well.
Yeah,
But,
still,
you
they
know-
did that last season. They didn't.
Still finished above you guys.
Champions League.
Maybe. I mean, yeah, they did win Champions League. We're talking about Premier League though.
And they started with Frank Lampard and finished with Thomas Tuchel. Now they got a full season of Thomas Tuchel.
And you guys had.
You made
You've
them
had
one of the
top
best
for like
defenses
5
in the
years.
league.
Well,
Bro,
I'm-
I'm sorry, Mark, bro. But
Either
like,
way, majority
United
of
have gotten
it's
better.
fine.
City are about to get Grealish, and Chelsea are going to get Lukaku. So
I wouldn't
it's
be a
like-
Liverpool fan if I didn't say they wouldn't win the league.
Of
So
course. Of course.
Just
Well,
stick to my
Kieran,
guns.
well,
in the league.
Kieran has said that they doesn't think they're going to win the league.
Kieran's
Mark,
too humble. Kieran's too
That,
humble.
that Kieran's
This,
not
a
no,
podcast.
Kieran's realistic.
this is a podcast. It's entertainment.
Okay, so Mark, put your argument forward for why you think that they
Alright.
will finish higher than fourth.
Because we've literally got the same team that won the Premier League. We've got Thiago, who's now found his
Years
feet.
older.
Naby Keita's actually had an amazing preseason,
God.
by the way. Like, no, I know. Like,
Yeah,
I've never rated
Mark-
it.
Mark,
Never
mate,
rated
Mark,
him.
mate, it's never a convincing argument when one of your first points is Naby Keita's been playing all right.
I didn't say that. I didn't
preseason.
say that. I said Naby Keita's had a great preseason.
You're never gonna sell me.
He's
on
not
this
gonna.
one.
He's not
Naby
gonna
Keita
start.
is one of the
I think
top.
our only problem is we don't have a scoring midfielder, and there's too much pressure on the front three or four if you include Jota as well. We've got Jota.
You got Jota.
I mean, and then our mid isn't even that bad when you've got Fabinho at the back and then Thiago and Henderson there. I mean, if we could avoid injuries, we've got Andy Robertson. I rate him. Van Dijk,
Yeah.
rate him. Konate apparently is looking really good. We still have Gomez anyway, and then we've got Trent.
Yeah.
But and then you think
Does
about.
doesn't get in the England team.
Right.
Oh, shut
Yeah.
up! He did
Yeah,
get
but
in the
you got-
England team. He got back in
You then got United, who've got Luke Shaw at left back. You've got City, who've got what Cancelo left back.
Well, Kieran's now said,
Chelsea-
I really want us to win the
Chelsea
league, but if
and
we
Chilwell, obviously Yessi was
Yeah.
second choice to Shaw at the Euros, but that's only because Roberto Carlos was doing it on a mad one.
yeah.
I still think that those three have probably got
Still
a better chance.
But look at Chelsea squad. This is what I mean. Like Chelsea do like spend money and have this amazing team on paper, but they didn't do it when we all said that's it. Chelsea.
They won the
run away
Champions League.
No,
Yeah, they won
Champions
the
League. We're talking about the Premier League.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know,
but when
but
they had Frank Lampard for the beginning, when we made these, you know, like Frank Lampard, it didn't work. Unfortunately, it didn't work. They were good going forward, but defensively they were shocking. Tuchel's come in and made them one of the best defenses in world
Yeah,
football.
I mean
They won the
they've got a
Champions
great
League.
chance now. I'm sticking by my guns saying Liverpool was. I still think we'll be finish above Chelsea here.
Nah, sorry, nah.
I mean, I knew I was going to be outnumbered with that one, but I'll say what I
sorry.
say. A few comments
Arsenal's
coming in,
fucking,
guys.
mate.
Kieran said, "Don't see us winning the league. I'd be happy for us to finish higher than United. Chelsea finished 4th last year. It's fair enough. I really want us to win the league, but if we don't have injuries as last year, we have a chance. Just to remember, we got 99 points 2 seasons ago and 96 points the season before that. We lost 2 games in 3 years."
It's all right, man. Fair play, Kieran. That's all right. But I'll tell you one thing: you ain't gonna be getting 99 or 96 points this season, and you're gonna be losing a hell of a lot more than 2 fucking games. So, you guys are gonna be, maybe not a hell of a lot more, but you'll probably lose about 5, 6. I think you guys coming 4th, man. You haven't improved the squad at all, and everyone else around you has.
Quite significantly, some of them as well.
Yeah.
Well, we will
Do you know what I
see.
mean?
I will have to concede defeat because it's 2v1, so I don't really get a choice. It's I think if we're being realistic, 3rd.
Okay.
I
Who
think
would you have below?
United 4th if they lose Pogba.
What? United, who have just
Yeah,
done
but they're bringing in Jadon Sancho and Varane.
Maybe
and
because
probably more.
you just see the players Chelsea have got. I just don't see them coming 4th. I see them coming 2nd.
Okay, fair enough. So you would have Liverpool 3rd. I'm gonna go 4th. Sorry, Mark.
same.
I'm gonna go 4th.
Well,
Apologies, bro.
we'll see. We'll see. We'll revisit this. We'll revisit this. Don't worry. End of season.
I think
we'll
for
see.
Chelsea,
This
though,
could be.
they
This
were-
could be.
They
Go on.
had so many disallowed goals last year because of like Timo Werner and that. If they get
They
bring
Lukaku
Lukaku in,
Get Lukaku.
and they're sorting that goal issue that they were having
I
last
mean,
year,
even if Timu
they could be pushing for the
stays inside.
title, mate. And they won the Champions League, as well as
Havertz.
obviously having Werner not performing throughout the majority of the
I
season.
know.
Havertz is looking even better. He finished last season really strong. Played amazing. He played well, not amazing, but really well.
Yeah, there's no
for
reason why
Germany
they
in
can't win the
Euros.
league. To be honest,
And
and
it's-
that's
I didn't want to spoil it, but that's who I've got winning the league this year. We could talk about that, a bit further on, I guess. But 3rd, Ollie, Mark, 3rd. Do we say?
that's fine.
They're 4th, mate. They're 4th.
Yeah.
You know,
5th if you keep going.
if we're doing it by that one, then
Keep laughing up, Mark. They're going to go even further.
shut
down, man.
up. I'd probably go United if we're doing it by this one. I don't see
think I'll
United
go
beating
with you.
Chelsea.
I'm just so certain that Chelsea are going to end up with one of Haaland or Lukaku. I just know it. Abramovich is just he's just going to get it done, isn't he?
Yeah, it's going to be
Um,
Lukaku. I think. I don't think it'll be Haaland
yeah.
this summer.
And they're just going to be better. Havertz is going to be better. Ziyech is looking fantastic in pre-season.
I thought they were going to.
Yeah, they were. But maybe not now. I mean, he scored 2 goals against whoever they played. The Spurs, wasn't it? I think he scored both goals.
They played Spurs and they played Arsenal recently.
Yeah, they beat you guys as well. Havertz
Yeah,
got
2-1.
quite a nice goal. United, I can see it. They're going to be. I think that this top bit will be really close.
What are you googling, Mark? He's just trying to find more.
Nah, not about
right now.
Liverpool.
He's trying to find more. arguments
I had
about
like a
Liverpool.
random. It was like, who's spent the most in the last 5 seasons? Because I was like, well, like the people who we think are going to be competing for the top are just the people who are spending the most money, and I was like, but that's how it is
That's
right
what
now.
football is,
I know.
nowadays, Yeah.
Brighton, bro, that's fucking embarrassing.
Yeah.
Jesus, Brighton.
The only
is
reason
sick.
we're 11th is because of this year. This fucking season just got like this Somerset now. We spent fucking bare. But
For those of you that are listening to the podcast and not actually, or you can't even see it if you're
sorry,
watching
yeah,
either,
Brighton have spent
So-
6th on
in
the
the
net
current
spend.
the
Fuck,
current 20 teams in the Premier League, the teams that have spent the most net spend, first is City, second United, for some reason number 4 is actually above number 3.
Yeah, I don't understand. It's per season.
Yeah.
City spend 101 million.
Okay.
United 75.
Chelsea,
Wait, this doesn't make
Everton,
sense.
Arsenal, Brighton, Liverpool, Bournemouth, West Ham,
per season
Wolves,
we've spent it.
Leicester, Palace, Watford, Newcastle, Villa, Burnley, Tottenham, Sheffield United, Southampton, and Norwich. So those are your top 20.
Our spend per season is 11.2 million. That's insane. Jesus.
Liverpool's ain't half bad.
But yeah, should we
But
get
anyway, so Liverpool are 4th.
Yeah.
Just to reiterate, Liverpool.
Yeah,
4th.
just to say, Liverpool 4th.
According to you guys, it's fine.
Lucky to be 4th, if you ask me.
To be fair, it's a bit like City that finished 7th last season.
That's true. That's true.
Well, we'll see.
And the signing
This could be their season.
Player of the year last year, Castagna.
He was really good though, Castagna.
Yeah.
I think I'm agreeing with you. I'll go Man United 3rd. I think they have had a good season. They had a good transfer season, obviously bringing in Sancho and Varane, and obviously I think they'll do maybe something else, maybe one more.
Defensive centre.
Yeah, maybe another centre mid or something like that. But yeah, I mean, fair play to United. They're pushing on. I think it's going to be really close. But yeah, for me, Man United are coming 3rd.
I'd agree.
Potentially 4th, depending on what Liverpool do, but I doubt
Definitely.
it. So like I said before, I've got Chelsea winning the league, man. This is obviously between Chelsea and City. I've got Chelsea winning the league. I just think they're going to get Lukaku, and they're just Tuchel's going to be a.
I think it just depends if Chelsea get Lukaku, and then City get Grealish and Kane. I know they probably won't get both this summer, but imagine that it would be a mad race at the top.
Oh, 100%. I'm still not 100% certain around like the City backline. Like they're still, I mean, their centre backs are great, but then their wing backs. Carl Walker's obviously fantastic. So you say, but that left back's position, Cancelo and Mendy is definitely something left to be desired there. I know you can say something, I guess, about Chelsea because Chelsea's backline is obviously Mendy, Chilwell. Well, they're in for that. I've forgotten his name, Sevilla guy. Forgotten his name, but he's a good young player. Yeah, it should be interesting. Reece James obviously is in there. You got Thiago Silva still, Rudiger, Zuma, Christensen. They still got good players. Zuma might be going, but then they got this new kid coming in. I've forgotten his bloody name. Let me have a Google quickly. Sorry. Yeah. What's his name? Sorry, guys.
Can't have City winning the league again, though.
Oh, they definitely might, though.
I know. She's got Jack Grealish.
You guys see that quote that came out about what's his name? Pep Guardiola from 2009. Basically said, talking about how teams spending all this money, it's just like ruining football and all this sort of stuff. And fast forward to 2021, and they're spending billions of pounds dominating.
So it's Jules Koundé from Sevilla, very good young centre back. He's only 22, and he's a bit of a beast. Well, he was a bit of a beast. So I think, to be honest, I don't know, if City get Kane and Grealish, then it's game over. It's fucking game over. City are winning the league, but I just think they're going to get Grealish, and I think that'll be the only business they do this summer. That'll be it. Whereas Chelsea
don't need to do that much, to be honest. But
yeah, I just think Chelsea will get one of Lukaku and Haaland. Obviously, it's more looking like Lukaku right now.
Yes, Simon. You reckon Brighton will win 100%?
Oh, what?
You
can't be the mod if you're backing Brighton. We don't back Brighton on this podcast at all.
I found that quote that I was talking about with Pep. He said, modern football sometimes makes me sad. Nowadays, there can be more focus on a big name signings rather than promoting youth, and this makes me sad. Why buy a striker for 50 million when there's one waiting in the youth team?
Fair, well, whatever, Pep. Shut up, bruv.
Why buy a striker for 160 million?
Should we do it, boys? Should we go out there a bit and say Chelsea are going to win the Premier League.
Yeah.
Should we go against the odd of Man City being the
I
boring
think
pick?
Liverpool will win the league, but
I do.
no, I don't. At all.
Let's see why not, mate.
I see many reasons why not. Specifically,
Put a tenner on
11
it.
of them.
Put a tenner on. Sorry, Simon said put a tenner on it. Put a tenner on Chelsea or Liverpool.
Yeah, I think
Wait for
Chelsea are going to win the
confirmation.
league, man. I think
Kieran
Chelsea
also
will win the league.
thinks. Kieran also thinks
Yeah.
Chelsea will win the league. Either. Okay, either.
Yeah, let's go with Chelsea to win the
Chelsea,
league.
and then Man City in second. Okay.
Yeah.
United
Now,
third.
I like
Liverpool
this.
fourth.
Yeah, and then we've got Leicester 5th, Spurs 6th, Arsenal 7th, Villa 9th. What do we have then? West Ham 10th, I think. Yeah, then Leeds, and then we were going down from there. Palace 12th, lovely. I think it's
We'll
good.
compile our league, and then we'll put
Yeah.
pictures on our Instagram and Facebook and that. Let us know if there's any changes you guys would have made.
Alf,
Well,
did you make one as we were doing one on like online?
I haven't, but I can kind of remember where we were.
Yeah.
Most
can
of
put it
mine
together.
right
we
now.
can
I've
just
got
we
it.
can just discuss it when in a chat or something. I'll probably make one like over the weekend or something.
Yeah.
Just post it whenever.
Aye.
That's cool.
Couple minutes to run through a couple of individual awards.
Yeah, do that before we pack up.
Yeah, obviously we'll try and skip through them because we don't want to be hanging around too much longer.
No.
So we've got 6 categories at the moment. Top goal scorer, top assists, Golden Glove, Young Player of the Year, and then flop. Biggest flop of the season.
Yeah.
Right,
So should we go for our player of the year to start off with?
Yeah.
It's the only one. One of the only ones I haven't actually decided yet because I
God.
couldn't decide. You guys go first.
Mark, gone. Who's your player of the year?
Well, the first name that comes straight to my head is Grealish because he's not going to not get played for 100 million, and the team he's going to be playing
Fair play.
around. Well, the fact that he's the first name comes to my list, first name that comes to my head.
Jack Grealish. Do you think he's going to be playing that false 9, or do you think he'll be on the wing? What?
I think he'd be on the wing.
Because they haven't got a striker right now. They still don't have a striker.
I think he'd be on the wing.
Yeah, Phil Foden in that centre role, maybe.
Yeah.
Phil Foden and Grealish would be a nice little combo.
Phil Foden could potentially
with
do it.
Sterling there as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, it'd be interesting.
Yeah, Kieran also thinks Grealish if he goes City. Yeah, I generally think it's between Grealish and Foden because Foden is a very talented player. Did very well in Euros, but so did Grealish. So
if Grealish then gets partnered up with like De Bruyne or something, who's not exactly young anymore, he's what 30s,
Yeah.
De Bruyne, and so he can learn a lot from him. And he's an absolute wizard, De Bruyne. So
yeah,
you can give him all some advice.
Definitely. I mean, I've gone for, because I had Chelsea winning the league, I've gone for Kai Havertz. I think that he's going to play a really big role for Chelsea this season. We saw what he could do at the back end of last season, and obviously getting a winning goal in the Champions League final, and playing very well for being one of Germany's standout players in the Euros. And obviously we've seen in the pre-season, that he's kicked off very nicely. I think if they were to bring in someone like Lukaku, that link up would be outrageous.
Simon's given a good shout out. You'll be happy about this one.
Mason Mount. Yeah, I think so. I think he could definitely be up there as well. But I just think Kai Havertz. I just think Kai Havertz is a bit more about him than Mason Mount personally right now. Do you know what I mean? And he'll be that impact guy. I think he's going to get goals, and I think he's going to get assists next year. I think he's going to be that dual threat that sort of Harry Kane was. Maybe not to the same extent where he's getting, he's winning both of those awards. But I just think he's going to really kick on this year and show that 70 million was definitely fair play. But Ollie, have you come up with yours one, mate?
I'll go with Havertz as well because it could have been Grealish, but I've also got Grealish somewhere else on the list, so
Fair enough.
I'll
That's
spread it out a bit. Havertz, why not?
Nice. Okay. Havertz, young player of the year. Who have you got for young player of the year, guys?
Foden.
I've got 2 people at the moment.
Go on, give us
It's
your tip.
Foden/Saka.
Okay, well
Saka.
I've got Saka.
Yeah.
Nice, right there.
I've got Saka. I think
Could have been /Emil Smith-Rowe as well, but I thought I'm pushing my luck.
if Eze was fit for the beginning of the season, I genuinely think he'd be in the running for it. With this new, with how much role he's going to have in this Palace team. But will go. I think
I
Saka
reckon
will-
he might be one of those players because he's not playing at a big club. He gets overlooked.
maybe, but then it
Well-
depends on people. You know what the fashion. I've seen a lot of people. I don't know. A lot of people on Twitter have been like, "We've gone full 180 Palace at the moment." Last season, everyone hated us and the football we played. Now I've seen loads of neutral fans, of like not Palace fans, saying they're really looking forward to watching Palace play this season. So it's gone a bit like I think maybe
because you guys are
we
probably
might
going to be
become.
playing some more exciting football.
I
Rather
think we
than
will be. Yeah.
Roy's football.
I do think that we're going to be that neutral team that people like to watch this season, and maybe that fashionable, smaller team that people sort of back through. Do you know what I mean? As the season goes on, maybe.
Low key support.
Yeah, like a Leeds and were last season, or someone like that. Do you know what I mean?
Like the underdog sort of team, really.
I think maybe after as the season goes on as well, I think especially could happen if Eze comes back. You know, Olise is going to be playing all this stuff, all this good stuff. Gay and Anderson. So yeah.
Young player of the year, yes, Kieran, Harvey Elliott.
Harvey Elliott.
Can't forget that boy.
I wonder how much he'll play.
I'd be
Probably
curious,
not much.
be
I
curious.
wonder when
Probably
he's
not
sorted his barnet out. Has he sorted his hair out yet?
much. No.
No. Okay.
Goodness, he needs.
Right, we got to move on, boys. We got to move on. All right, top goal
Yeah.
scorer. Anyone?
Like,
Salah.
I went first last time.
Salah. Okay, Salah.
Your Liverpool bias is too much.
Oh, sorry, was he not second last year? Only a few behind Kane, so
Exactly. A few behind Kane.
Kane's not. I don't
No,
think
I'm
Kane's
joking,
going to be a
mate.
top goal scorer.
I
Salah.
went Kane / Fernandes. I reckon Fernandes might have a good season if obviously he's linked up with Sancho.
Actually, I didn't even
They
think
could
about
have a good year.
Nice. Mine all just rests on the fact that Chelsea signed Lukaku because I've gone Lukaku.
If he
Yeah.
doesn't go to the Premier League, who do you think is
Oh.
going to be the Premier League top goal
If he
scorer?
doesn't go, I think.
Kieran thinks Kane or Salah.
You know what? I'm going to go out for an outside shout. If
They
he
didn't catch it.
plays, if he starts regularly with that front three, Mason Greenwood.
Oh, okay.
So,
He's a talented striker.
Bang goals, bro. He's one of the best finishers we have in the league. Like,
In
I just
country.
as a little outside shout, as like but probably Salah. Top
Assist.
assist. I'll go first. I've got Luke Shaw.
I was going to go Trent.
Fair.
If I'm going for wing backs, I've also gone for two players. De Bruyne / Grealish. They're
That's fair.
going to
Oh,
be
wow, this is.
providing this season.
Who'd
Both
thought,
of them could do a madness.
who would thought the assist would contain a lot of good shouts?
Yeah, Luke Shaw. I just thought they're going to play with that through their back, their wing backs, like bombing down, especially what we saw with Luke Shaw at the Euros.
Yeah, Jesus.
And he's got Sancho, Greenwood, and
Ooh.
Rashford and Cavani.
Kieran thinks
Bruno is a great
Bruno-
shout.
Bruno
Bruno
is
is
a
a
great shout.
fantastic shout.
Thinking about my top assist now, I'm not sure who they're going to be providing balls to if City haven't got a striker.
Not each other, basically.
Yeah, well, that's what Sol and Kane did last year, and Kane got top assists and top goal scorer. So
Nice. So, okay, Golden Glove, boys.
I also went for two players. I've really been indecisive about this.
got Mendy.
Henderson / Mendy. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I got Mendy because I've had Chelsea winning the league.
Yeah.
That makes sense, yeah.
You got Allison.
I mean, I want to, but a Chelsea squad, Jesus Christ, I've got to be realistic
Yeah.
here. I mean, we said they'd win the league when they didn't, but what they've done to it
Edison's
now.
been
Jesus,
Edison's been
Mendy.
top goal.
And he's good.
Edison's had the Golden Glove for the last 2 seasons, and I think he was second the season before that, just behind Allison. So he's obviously pretty regular at getting that Golden Glove, but who knows?
All right, biggest flop.
I haven't really thought of one yet.
No,
Okay,
no,
so
no,
I've got Damari Gray.
Kieran thinks Edison will get Golden Glove. That's fair.
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 Yeah, fair play.
Yeah, it's
Biggest
fair,
flop for me.
it's
Biggest flop for me is Damari Gray. Everton, obviously, 1.5 million. He did nothing at Leicester, did nothing at Bayern Leverkusen, and he's going to do nothing at Everton.
Danny Ings.
Danny Ings, you don't
Yeah.
think he's going to... It'd be
No.
interesting to see if they play a top two, because they've got Ollie Watkins. And
True.
they've now got Danny Ings as well. So it'd be interesting to see if they play a top two, if a 4-4-2 or a 4-3 or a 3-4-2 or 3-5-2, something, whatever.
Sancho. Kieran thinks Sancho would be a flop. I don't think he
No way,
could be.
bro.
I just think he's too good to ever flop.
Yeah, that's just that Liverpool fan coming out of him, that is.
Oh,
Bias.
Sancho.
I welcome bias, but
Oh, I love a bit of bias, but yeah, no. Fair play. Sancho's not going to flop though. No, he's going to be an absolute baller. But Ollie, so we got Damari Gray and Danny Ings. Ben White is a great shout.
could be. Can't do it to him though.
No, I don't think he will be. To be fair, it'll definitely be better than the centre backs you have anyway. So that's not a flop, really, is it?
Werner, we've had a shout from Werner. Werner was already sort of a flop, I guess.
We're still
when
going
we
for
say-
new faces.
Yeah, that's what I thought when you said flop.
Well, like, not necessarily new faces to the league, but new faces on new teams if they've moved within the league or whatever.
Kieran, we are looking at sort of new signings, I guess, because new signings, new faces.
But Ben White could be a shout because he's playing for Arsenal now. He's moved within the Premier League type thing.
I can't really think of one, to be honest. I don't think there's gonna be one. All right, I think everyone's gonna be playing very well.
Nice.
Someone will, but I just can't think of one at the moment.
That's fair enough.
No one's popping out to me, and I don't want to do my guy Ben White like that.
No, I don't blame you. But yeah, that's it, guys. You've seen our Premier League table. We'll have that out on Instagram and Facebook for you guys. You can have a comment and tell us how bad we are, or if you agree, whichever way. But I mean, I know Mark's comment's going to be first thing like Liverpool should be winning. But I love that.
Mark's known for his controversial opinions on this podcast.
I mean, the one time I'm going to get it right, I'm going to look like a fucking genius. It's going to happen.
And the 150 times you've got it wrong beforehand.
It's fine.
We're already 30, we're nearly, we're 30 odd episodes in, and that hasn't happened. So we'll see if there's another 30.
It's fine. We're quite a few episodes in, actually. Let's cut them out.
Well, November will be coming up to a year we've been doing this.
Wow, that's been quick.
Yeah, early November was. I think it was just after my birthday. I think it was a couple of days after my birthday we dropped the first episode, like 15th or 17th, I think. So we'll have to have a look at that. But yeah, we're around. Yeah, so we're nearly one. Well, we've got a few months, and then we're 1 year old, lads.
But welcome to season 2. We probably should.
Oh yeah,
we didn't even say that. Say it out. Mark,
This
do a
is
little cut
season
right
2.
now. You ready? Do a little cut right now. It's season 2.
Done. Sick.
I think I'm editing this one, but either way.
Oh, Ollie, sorry, season 2.
Nice.
So
we could have used the first one, but it's fine.
We've got a little bonus stream as well on Saturday.
Mark, tell him, Mark, tell him.
So
Tell 'em.
I've got a little secret to share. I don't know if you guys have got yours as near, but we've got a little box waiting to be opened on Saturday. We've got quite a few ready to go. Yes, Simon, we've got dick pics to share. Shout out to Shed Gaming on there if you're following. He's one of our mods, so feel free to go check him out. But
Shed Gaming on air. If any of their followers are in here, give us a follow.
Yeah. I'm sure Shed Gaming will join us in the chat as well to see what shirts we get, because they can be from any league, any country, any year. They're just random and really consistently good as well. I don't know about you guys. Really like the ones I've been getting. We're also going to be doing our draft as well. So we do fantasy football. We will basically draft players, go head to head as well. So we'll keep you guys updated with what we're doing that. But it's going to be interesting to see how we're all doing. So and Alf, I'm sure
we've got the draft starting at about 11 a.m. on Saturday. There'll be 8 of us. 8 of us doing the draft. So you'll be able to see who everyone's picking. You'll be able to comment along with us. You'll be able to see what secret shirts that we get. But it'll be interesting. Obviously, before the draft, we'll go through all the rules and stuff and make sure everyone's on the same page. But it should be good.
Thanks everyone for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, hit a notification bell, or we're on Facebook, we're on Spotify, we're on Instagram, we're on Apple Music, YouTube, Twitch. Obviously, if you're watching from Twitch right now, thank you very much. If you're watching on any other platform, thank you very much. But we're near that affiliate goal now, so be expected some more streams from us weekly. We might be moving up to 2 a week. Basically, we probably will be. But for season 2, we're really looking forward for this. Nearly coming up to that 1 year done. So thank you everyone for supporting us, and we will see you very soon. Bye.
Bye.